leak. Joining us now is one of the co-sponsors of that bill, Texas Republican Congressman Brian Babin. Congressman, good to see you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jackie. Good to be with you.
What should we do if the United States can prove that this was a leak?
Well, I think we need to hold China accountable. They have a history of secrecy, an obsession with control. They have been pushing back on any transparent investigation for a year now. The World Health Organization has been right with them. They seem to be working hand in glove. And we keep getting the same old story that it's zoonotic, or it jumped, the virus, the COVID-19 virus jumped from a bat or some kind of an animal to humans. The evidence just doesn't support that. We do know that a number of these Chinese workers in the Wuhan Institute of Virology have caught this, this COVID-19 disease, and it just looks, the evidence is pointing, a red flag is going up that this virus came out of this lab, and this lab could have been funded, and the evidence is there for that too, that some American taxpayers' money went to fund this Wuhan virology.
Congressman, the previous administration was very open about this and willing to pursue these avenues of investigation against China and what it knew and didn't know about, the dissemination of this virus to the rest of the world. This administration seems to be very reluctant to press forward against China in any way. Your thoughts on that?
They're reluctant to do anything that seems to be pro-American. They seem to go against American interests in every single issue. The open borders, that's one good example. Getting us back into the Paris Climate Accords, going to cost American taxpayers enormous sums of money. Going back into some of these other agreements, like the Iranian nuclear deal. These are all in the worst interest of the American taxpayer, of national security. We do know the Iranians now, this isn't your subject, but they were the ones that were behind the attacks on Israel just recently. This Biden administration just doesn't seem to put America first, instead America last.
The former CDC director, Robert Redfield, said that the lab theory is the most likely, and now we have this CDC director just starting to sort of get on board here. Anybody that I've spoken to, anybody with medical knowledge or in the medical field, agrees that the lab theory does seem the most likely. Why are there those out there that are, seemingly denying what seems very possible?
Well, I have a medical background. I'm a dentist, and I can tell you that when the evidence points that the virus came out of this laboratory in a leak, I think the evidence can't be ignored. And why? The reason for the cover-up, I think it's obsession by the Chinese communists for control and secrecy, and on this, as far as not getting the Biden administration to open this thing up so it's openly, we find out exactly what the truth is here. I can only surmise, but again, they just don't seem to be putting America first, and quite frankly, it is, for future pandemics, I think it's important, significant, and absolutely necessary that we find out the origins of this COVID-19 pandemic.
And there